this.
First of all, I'm still wiping away tears. This was so good.
Oh,
I have to
I'm
tell
so
you.
happy.
Like, I grew up in a Disney house, okay? And to finally, this many years later, have the next story is just unbelievable. I gotta ask you, when they told you that you got this part, how emotional were you?
Do you know, when I was my most kind of moved by the whole prospect of doing this movie, after I went to speak to Rob, and for the first time, Rob Marshall, who's the director, who's just made such a beautiful film and such a hymn to the original movie. And I sat in his apartment in Manhattan, and he just sort of pitched the movie to me. This was before I'd read the script, and he told me why he felt that Mary Poppins as a character needed to return not just to the Banks' household, to the grown-up Banks children, but to all of our lives. That it was a moment in our kind of culture where we needed her and the spirit of what she represents more than ever. And I walked away from this meeting, and I rang up my agents and I said, I have to be in this film. I just have to be part of this movie. So of course it was Mary Poppins as a kind of brand that was very thrilling, because I felt so fond of the original movie, but it was in conjunction with Rob Marshall's vision for the sequel.
Your family must have freaked out when you told them. I mean, who gets to be in a Mary Poppins movie?
I know. Everybody was thrilled and delighted, and you continue to be. I took my oldest kid, who's 15, to the premiere in Los Angeles, and he's very kind of cool and 15, but was totally blown away, lost all his cool as the movie kept nudging me and grabbing me and saying, "Mom, this is amazing," all the way through. And then I'm taking my 8-year-old to London for the premiere next week.
Well, how does it feel to you that, you know, when these kind of movies, especially a Mary Poppins movie, that it becomes iconic and classic right away, that you're part of something so special for generations to come?
Well, I think that started to become clearer and clearer to me as we've done more and more press, and just, you know, having the premiere in Los Angeles and presenting the movie to the world on Hollywood Boulevard, where the original movie was first premiered, and having Dick Van Dyke walk down the red carpet with us, and just feel like, yeah, we are connected to kind of to the history of this movie, to the history of Disney, to the history of movies, by doing this film, and what a privilege that is. It's so lovely to be part of that, and also to be in a movie that people are actually going to go and see in the cinemas. I just, as somebody that loves films and got to become an actress because I love film so much, it's so wonderful to be part of a movie that people are actually going to flock to the cinemas to see.
And you mentioned him, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but when you see Dick Van Dyke in this movie, it is so cool.
It's so cool.
And like, we saw what was happening on the screen, but tell me what it was like just when he walked into the room and just to be amongst his presence.
It was incredible. I mean, he somehow embodies the spirit of the movie. If the spirit of the movie is, you know, how important it is to keep the child's sensibility, the child's sense of wonder and excitement and their imagination alive as you grow up and become an adult, he embodies that. You know, he's just full of joy and love and curiosity and spirit, and he just bounded up onto that desk and did this tap
So he
dance.
did do that?
Yes. I
Holy
can't believe that people don't believe he did it. People keep asking me whether it was some sort of CGI element, but it wasn't. I mean, Rob, there was no CGI really in this movie at all. Rob was very insistent on that, to make everything happen in camera. But yeah, least of all Dick Van Dyke.
Oh.
And it was so beautiful, and Rob Marshall, the director, was so moved and crying at the end of the take that he couldn't call cut. Somebody else had to call cut for him because he was just so choked up watching Dick Van Dyke.
For those watching right now, I want to find out from you, because, you know, so many people love the original. Does this one pay homage? There's certain elements, I guess, that come back from the first one to pay respect to the first one as well?
Yeah, yes, it's full of little...
I see. I saw it. I know, but I want you to
Yeah,
talk.
it's full of little moments that that pay homage to the first movie everywhere. I mean, in every department, not just in the things that we say and the people that we are, and the way that Mary Poppins is. But you know, there are little refrains through the music. There are props here and there. You know, the sash at the end of the kite. Is my mother's suffragette sash from the original movie. The table in the hallway where we're always making telephone calls and things was in the original set of the original movie. The snow globe in the nursery. There are all sorts of little references and moments where you feel the presence of the original movie. We made this movie out of love for the first one, and I think it really shows.
Kiss.